A Salem couple is sharing their unusual adoption story in hopes of helping other infertile couples.
They adopted several embryos and ended up with 2 healthy children. News Channel 8's Kathy Marshall introduces us to the Gassman family.
Longer process.
A cooing Aubrey and a somewhat tired Trevor. Precious cargo for Dan and Kelly Gassman, who struggled with infertility.
We ended up adopting 11 embryos from another family, and that's how we have our 2 children.
Just thinking that these were once a frozen embryo, you know, and just the modern technology is just amazing that this can even happen.
The embryos came from a Virginia family with 3 daughters. They had stopped fertility treatments, and the embryos would have gone unused.
There are 600,000 frozen embryos in the United States today, and so we wanted to give opportunity, if we could, to some of these little embryos to have life.
They can be frozen for years and years, but when they're thawed back out, most of them are still healthy. Most of them resume their development and can lead to healthy babies.
Can you give Sissy a big hug? Can you give Sissy a hug? Aww.
Kelly and Dan wanted to experience pregnancy, just one of the many reasons they found embryo adoption so appealing.
We also get some of the genetic history of the family. Like 3 generations of history.
The Gassmans adopted through the Snowflakes program, affiliated with Nightlight Christian Adoption.
Dan coins it as the eHarmony of babies.
They filled out a profile saying what they were looking for and were selected by the family with the embryos up for adoption.
Sometimes you have children that in some ways could be considered twins, one born at one age, one at a lot later. And yet they really were conceived at the same time.
Aubrey and Trevor were born 15 months apart. Each required 3 of the adopted embryos. The 5 remaining will be put back up for adoption.
I thank our genetic family for their gift, because it was a priceless gift. It sends shivers down my spine that people could be so selfless to want to offer the chance of having a family.
The Gassmans consider their gift of family priceless, but they are honest about their investment. The embryo adoption cost $20,000. Still, they say that's about half of what it would have cost to adopt 2 children in a more traditional way. Kathy Marshall, KGW News Channel 8. Interesting story for sure.
Okay, let's talk about the weather now, because